want you to think that we are in any way demeaning him. This story is a unique one and a fascinating one of Elvis. That's why we're going to Graceland. And the motives of Red and Sonny West, where they said that they did it because they tried to wake himself up to himself, appeared to me to be genuine. And I believe that when you hear what they have to say about him at the end of this next piece, I think you believe so too. At Graceland, Elvis had a fully stocked commercial kitchen and a chef on duty for 24 hours a day. There was a very good reason for that. He felt secure in that place, in Graceland, and he would go on eating binges that ultimately changed his physical appearance drastically. He became huge. But it never discouraged him from going on stage in front of his public in concert. Now, that's sort of a strange analogy there. I asked them about this.
Well, showed a final concert here. It was just shown. It was called Elvis Final Concert. And I was amazed at the way he looked. I mean, everybody is entitled to look the way they want. He's still an exciting performer. He was still Elvis Presley. There was still a crowd of 16,000 people there. Do you think that he would have cared about the way he looked? I mean, being that heavy and being that overweight in that final concert. What I'm trying to get around to is, you know, why would he have done that if he knew he was in that shape?
Well, what happened was, over a period of time there, when Elvis started putting on the weight really bad in '72, and he got up to about 190 pounds or so, and he went on a very strict diet, had me go on it with him to lose weight for that '73 special in January from Hawaii, Aloha from Hawaii, the satellite.
Right.
He lost down, and he looked fantastic. But he did that for the satellite, for people in Australia and the other 24, 25 countries that were going to see Elvis. And at this time, he had pretty well accepted the idea that he wasn't going to be able to hit all of these countries ever in person for everyone to see him. Yeah. And since this was their first time to see him, Don, he wanted to be fantastic, and it was. He was very concerned about the production. He got very involved. But as soon as he had done it, there were no more satellites. There were no movies lined up. There was nothing where he really had to look that sharp for, because he was very conscious of how a camera would put weight on him. And so he went right back to what he was doing, and he never came out of it again. He went through the thing of putting on, he put on maybe 20 pounds after that over a 6-month period or something, and he would only take off 10 pounds. So they finally got up. No, it got where his concerts, even the one that you were just talking about, it was sold out, Don. Sold out before he even went on it. The one that he was going on 2 days before he died was sold out, and he knew this, that they had accepted that he was overweight. He wasn't in the pictures playing anyone else where he had to play a character or one of those things, like he said, a travelogue starring Elvis. And he just didn't, it seemed like it didn't make any difference if he was a little bit overweight. And so in his mind, by taking these downers and getting himself completely away from it, it didn't bother him that he was overweight.
How would each of you want Elvis to be remembered?
I want him to be remembered as the best, which he was. Entertainer that the world has ever known, and I'll never see another Elvis Presley. That's all. He was the best.
Sonny?
Yeah, this is Sonny, Don. I want the man to be remembered exactly what you hear for each individual around the world. All of you that are his fans get something from him, hearing him sing. Some song means something special to you because maybe for some reason you were dating the girl that you're now married to when you first heard that song. Whatever he meant to you, continue keeping that, because that was the person, the one that we talk about in this book that did some very bizarre and bad things. It was because of the drugs and because of taking alternatives that he couldn't live on. I mean, he couldn't follow through on the other part of doing for you and yet letting his personal problems say, hey, I can't go on stage tonight. He did it because he did love you and he wanted to entertain you, and he gave you his best, and just remember him for what he gave you and let it just continue. That's all.
We'll be at the home.
Home of Elvis Presley, and from the Channel 9 studios here in Melbourne, featuring Graham Nile and the orchestra. And now,
you, Bert. That's terrific. Thank you. Here you go. That's really good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi. Oh, we got a little delay here. Wait a minute. Since we're in the deep South at the moment, I'll try that again, okay? Just listen to this one and answer me, all right? Hi, y'all. It's terrific. You sound like 300. You sound like 300 Goma Piles. Right? Anyway, welcome to the Don Lane Show. It's coming to you tonight from out of town. I think, boy, I'll tell you what, are we out of town? I'm here in Melbourne's outermost suburb, Memphis, Tennessee. It's summertime here. It's 6:30 a.m. in the morning, and by the time we're about an hour into the program, the sun here will be fully up. We'll have a great look at this place, and by the time we're finished, the temperature here in Memphis will have climbed to somewhere near 32 degrees centigrade, or Celsius, excuse me, 32 degrees Celsius, if you can believe that. So we should be saying goodnight to you just about the time we start melting out here. It'll be a lovely experience. Anyway, we're live here at Graceland, and this is the beautiful home and grounds of the King of Rock, Elvis Presley. And we're going to give you a worldwide exclusive tour of the place. Now, the tour that we're going to give you now is a week before it's officially opened for the rest of the world to come and see. And the truth of the matter is, you all there are going to, you all, listen to me, I sound like them all, here all. You're going to see a lot of things that a lot of other people are not going to see, because when they finally open this place for the rest of the world to come through and to look at as tourists, a lot of the rooms are going to be closed off by perspex, and people are going to be able to look into the rooms, but they're not actually going to be in the rooms the way that we are. Now, this is a beautiful place, and you know, Elvis named this place Graceland after his mother, Grace. I was going to name my house after my mother, but who'd want to go to Dollyland? A little bit later in the program, Kevin Arnett is going to be showing us around and filling us in on some of his findings about the place. And Kevin's been here for a week already, so he knows more than all of us know about Graceland. Now, and you're also going to meet some of the Elvis people, some of the Elvis family who lived here at Graceland, and some of those who were closest to him. The people here in Memphis and in Graceland have been really nice to us, but I'll tell you the truth, the southern accents are a little bit hard to understand. Yesterday, one of the kids over here ran up to me and he said, "Excuse me, Mr. Lane." He said, "How do you spell rat?" And I said, "Rat, R-A-T." He said, No, I mean like rat now. Anyway, look, we've got a lot to show you, and we've got a lot to talk about tonight. Bert will be holding the fort on your side of the Pacific. It's nice to know that he's there, boy, I'll tell you, because this is a long distance to be. And all the music tonight will have an Elvis flavor, and it's going to be presented by some of our best. You're going to get the big voice of John Rolls, who is going to present the famous Elvis musical piece, American Trilogy. Jade Hurley is going to keep it rocking for you a little bit later. Boy, as he's going to turn one on tonight with Graceland in the background, I'll tell you. And to open the show, here's three of the best, along with the Tony Bartituccio dancers, Graham Lyle and his orchestra, and an Elvis medley. Here's Colleen Hewitt, Normie Rowe, Robin Jolly. You all put your hands together here. Graham, take it away. We're